Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Friday, October the 30th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the Trading Room. Excuse me. This is the address to get into the room, and the room is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I am live on the mic between those hours. Okay, let's just take a look at some of the trades we talked about in the room today. Kind of a slow day for me actually, and really one marked by a massive miss that I should never have taken my eye off of. I'll go over that one in a little bit, but take a look at Target TG, excuse me, TGT. Get on a 15-minute chart, and this came into the let's see, the AI strategy channel, and it was, which one was it? I think it was this one. There were only five in this one. Let me just to show them. Yeah, Target and KMX. I just want to go over these two because Target, I got in it and I was actually shaken out of it, but it turned into just a really nice trade once I got shaken out of it. Here, let me go on, move out. There we go. Because the alert was right around just under 77. It was right around here. There was the alert area right around here, and I got into the trade and I got shaken out there. Excuse me. But this was in theory a 60-minute hold, a 0-minute hold, and had I done that, I would have at least got up to this area and made some pretty good money on it. And I didn't think Target had a lot of move in it based on the daily chart, but it definitely surprised me. So, that was good. That was definitely a nice one from the channel. But this one was really nice, actually. It turned out really nice. I didn't again hang into it as long as I probably could have. But this one was alerted right at $59, and I ended up taking the trade right here at 59.10. So right about there. So right about there. And again, this in theory was a 60-minute hold. So I wasn't, I actually got out of the trade at 59.21 and 59.31. So in these two areas here, basically on this pullback is when I got out. I took some right here at 59.21. It popped up here. I'm sorry you can't see the price right here. And then I took the balance out at 59.31. Again, if I had held on to it for the 60 minutes, I would have been able to get out around here for a better trade. Um, so really, not a lot of action on for me today. Maybe I call it a typical Friday, but I did take a couple other MDSO. Stopped out for a little loss, and MDVN. I tried on a bounce and made a little bit of money. But the one I really want to go over and is this one. And just basically, I guess I call it a mistake on my part in that. Let's get the 15-minute chart. Okay. And show the pre-market here. So you see right here is that I noticed it in the pre-market, and here it was 181, but you see it had almost no volume. It just had a little spot here, a little tick up here, a little tick down here, a little tick down there. And typically this stock does not trade very much. I mean, here are the volume bars. I mean, you can't even see, excuse me, you can't even, it's less than 50,000. Can't even see them, but it was an earnings play. I did notice that it was an earnings play, but unfortunately, it didn't really. In fact, let me just bring in this is what I was watching. I said, okay, it's an earnings play. That means minus 0.25 means that it had earnings after the market closed yesterday. But look at the float, 2.4 million, insanely low float. And so what I said in the pre-market when I brought this to the attention of the room, I said, these little and it's a bio. I mean, take a look, pharma, bio, whatever, and these things just haven't had no run whatsoever, and that's kind of what I thought this one would do. It had no volume in the pre-market. It would just kind of fizzle out. What I really should have been aware of, though, the fact that it did have earnings. So maybe this, because the other ones that we have seen over the past, 2 or 3 weeks, these small bios, they're popping up generally on news. Some kind of a little study that look favorable. You see them pop up in the pre-market, and then you just fade all day. This one, because it was an earnings play, did have the chance of being kind of an all-day play. This was its day to make hay. Well, I mean, look at the volume, 10 million shares. It's relative volume, and that's like 2,400 times what it would normally trade. That's how crazy this was today. And, again, the reason being is that there's such a low float. We had so high demand for a low float stock, and this is the sort of action that you can get. And unfortunately, after, I'm basically telling you all this because, the next time I see something that's a low floater, but it has earnings, even if there's no volume in the pre-market, I'm definitely going to watch it. And because this was, quite frankly, a big miss. Here's the low 245 and a high of 663. Not saying you could get right at the low and right at the sell it right at the high, but anywhere in here, even this little pullback probably was good. Good for a couple of dollars. But anyway, just food for thought for the next time. You should always check to see why is the stock going up. I didn't, I knew it was earnings, but again, when it had no volume, I thought, well, nobody really cares, and it just doesn't trade very much. I mean, again, look at these volume bars. You can't even see them, you know. So that's typically what it trades, and it just doesn't do anything. In fact, let me just take a look at the daily. Probably see a little bit. Yeah, you can't even see the volume bars. The reason you can't see them is that, it's sort of relative to this one. I mean, you can just barely see a little volume bar down there. So, that's why I didn't get too excited about it, but big mistake. Anyway, that's it for today. Oh, I know the only I did want to talk about Delphi. Um, DLPH, and this is one that I did not post in the room. Should have posted it. I didn't, and everybody knows. I don't like to say, "Oh yeah, I got in," and then afterwards it's moving up and say, "Look what I did." But what I was doing, what I'm doing is I'm taking a lot of the alerts. Excuse me. I'll take some of the alerts from today's AI channel, and I will create a symbol list from those channels, from those symbols, and I will attach them to an alert watch list. And that's basically how I found Delphi this morning. Early on, I noticed that it was popping up, and so I got in the trade right around here, and obviously it was a great all day, almost an all day runner. Just a brief blip on the red candle here, but it's probably a good idea to start doing stuff like that. To take the alerts from the day before. So once the market is closed, you can just take these alerts, and if you don't want to look at the penny pumpers, then you don't have to take those ones. But maybe take the smaller, or excuse me, the larger cap ones, and create a symbol list, and then monitor them the next day. And I'm finding that we're getting a lot of either interesting reversal trades or continuation trades. So if the trade from the AI channel meant uh, for you to go long, it could be a continuation long today. If it meant to go short, then a continuation short, or it could bounce. Just interesting looks, a great looking watch list. And so that's definitely what I'm doing, and alerted me to the Delphi right off the bat. All right, that's it for today. Again, here's how to get into our room. And I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you in the room bright and early on Monday morning. Bye bye.